speaker on tonight. I'm so grateful that she's able to join us. Lindsay is a personal trainer from Colorado. She's a national marketing director with Juice Plus. She's a mom of 3, and if you saw her body, you would not think so. Her husband's a firefighter. Lindsay's, her story was actually when I first started Juice Plus 4 years ago, was something that I shared often when I really didn't have my own story, but I really related to her fertility issues, and she has a great post and video about eczema. So if you're ever wanting to share anything about skin, you can always find her testimonial, which is awesome. So we'll get started right away, and she's going to be sharing about some verbiage that she uses, that she has been using, and also success with Team Z. And without further ado, Lindsay, take it away.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And yeah, I will start off with my story just so you guys are able to use it. And I've been doing a lot of team calls, just trading for other national marketing directors come on to my team call as well. And just write this down if you guys are taking notes. If you Google my name, Lindsay Hale, and it's Lindsay, and last name is Hahl, and Juice Plus, you will find my story of me telling my story. It's always good to say, hey, I have a friend that has this story. Listen to her. I think you could relate. Instead of trying to retell and regurgitate other people's stories, you just never tell it quite the same, right? And so kind of how I got involved with Juice Plus, I've been a personal trainer for 14 years now. I've been involved with Juice Plus for just under 5 years. And, everything came across my desk that was supplemental junk, to be honest, right? There are all these different marketing companies that wanted me to sell my products, or wanting me to sell their products because they were the best thing out there and the quick fix. And I had 70 clients. No matter what I got involved with, I probably could have sold it. Like I can usually sell ice to an Eskimo, because when you have that type of relationship with your clientele, they're really asking you for help. And even if you gave them something that didn't work, they would buy it because they're trusting in you. So it was important to me to really have some efficacy behind what I was selling. And I always loved the idea of having an extra income, but nothing product-wise ever resonated with me. So I kind of gave up on that. When Juice Plus kind of came across my desk, I was stepping down from a management position. I was ahead of over 20 different personal trainers, and just decided that micromanagement was not my thing, wasn't my gig. So I was taking a very significant pay cut to do that, just to be happier and live my passion more so than somebody else's. And so this came across my desk, and really it was a gal that was one of my personal trainers, and she said, now that you're not my boss anymore, I want to show you something. And I was like, well, how come you didn't share this with me when I was your boss? And she goes, I don't know, I thought I could get fired for this. But anyway, with all that being said, the fruit snack sounded amazing for my picky eater of a husband who's a firefighter. If you guys know anybody who's a firefighter, it might as well be a fraternity house at the firehouse, and they eat everything that their wives won't let them eat at home. And guys, before we continue, I just want to let you guys know that I do have 3 babies, a husband at the firehouse. My youngest 2, it's only 6:30 here where I'm at, are watching a movie on the TV. I had to put the baby to bed early. I just got finished personal training. So what I would like you guys to do is come on video and be a part of this call, because it's really easy to be off video and be muted and kind of hear what I'm saying. But since I took the time out of my evening, and my children are, hopefully being corralled by cartoons outside, I really would appreciate if y'all came on here and I could see your face, because it's so much easier to talk to human beings than it is to talk to a name on a black screen, right? So, and the more you guys can participate in this call, the more you're going to get out of it. So you will find that this training tonight is about a call to action. And when you don't ask people to do something, they never will. All right, so this is your call to action to get on this call, show your face. I mean, not if you're like sitting in the bathtub or something like that, please don't. But this is all about asking what you want, asking for what you want, right? And so anyway, to continue my story, we hopped on Juice Plus. I tricked my husband with the gummies, and 30 days later wound up pregnant with my oldest daughter, who's 4 now. And she, I went to the doctor saying, oh my gosh, can I have this Juice Plus stuff while I'm pregnant? And they showed me the pregnancy study. So the rest is history. And thank you guys so much for coming on screen. I super appreciate it. Anyway, with all that being said, the rest is history. My acne cleared up. I had 3 babies in 4 years. And this is after struggling for 4 years and having 3 miscarriages previously. So Juice Plus changed my world, turned it upside down, and rocked it in such a great way. And now, you guys, I get to be a mama of these 3 babies. I get to stay at home with them. I'm going to share my work day with you today, but I personal train a whole 4 hours a week. Okay, 4 hours, that's it. Okay, and yet we're bringing in the same income as when I had 70 clients and I was working full-time at a gym. But yeah, I get to be a mom, bring in the same income and work. I literally had a board meeting today. Okay, so we're going to talk about meeting people organically. So kind of the title of this, if y'all are taking notes, is Organic versus Forced, Their Idea versus Mine, and asking questions that are direct versus vague, right? And so I'm just going to give you guys an example, and today is such a great example of a dear friend who I kind of lost contact with. You know, if there are any parents on here and you're in like the young stage of parenthood, meaning 1 year old and under, you know the tornado that comes with that. And I had 3 kids in 4 years. So imagine kind of my social world of just like friends and hanging out really kind of diminished. And, you know, I'm doing most of my networking online and everything now. But now that I'm able to kind of climb out of the mommy hole of infancy with my children, I invited an old friend to go paddleboarding today. Now, this is a friend that I would love to be one of my customers, and I would also love to be one of my representatives. And Nicole had also asked me how to turn customers into representatives. How do we do that? So we're just going to kind of share today. So I knew in the back of my head that we were going to go and we were going to have fun today out on the lake. We were going to do paddleboarding, and literally this is my business meeting for today, right? Like this is in the back of my mind. I know I'm going to get an order by the end of today just by hanging out with her, right? But we have to make it her idea, not mine, right? And so we just organically made it come up in conversation. Obviously, we're in a situation where you have to wear a swimsuit. Obviously, most people don't like doing that, okay? And obviously, it came up in conversation that I've had 3 babies, and Sarah, thank you for the compliment. It doesn't look like I've had 3, okay? So I'm out there rocking my bikini, and I've lost all my baby weight. My baby's not even a year old yet, and thank you, Shred 10, and working out, right? That healthy lifestyle that we live here. You know, I gained 50 pounds with each one of my pregnancies. And one of my gals the other day said, you should change your sales pitch and say you've lost 150 pounds with the Shred 10, right? Which is so true, right? But I have to say 3 times in a row, right? Because of the baby weight. But anyway, it came up like, how did you lose your baby weight? Right? And I said, oh my gosh, this program, it's amazing. I'm sure you've seen me post about it online. She goes, oh yeah, I totally have. So by the end of the day, we paddleboarded for 3 hours, right? Got in a good workout, and it was windy today. So it really was like my shoulders are going to hurt tomorrow. But it came up. She said, tell me more about it. I've been struggling. I'm on this yo-yo thing. I'm 60 pounds heavier than I really want to be. Shred 10 came up, got an order. Okay. So that's making it their idea versus mine. Do you guys see how that was a little bit more organic versus forced, right? So somebody like this, you would obviously, she was already in my Teamsy. She was already somebody that I was conversating with previous to this meeting. But guess what? Teamsy told me to reach out to her, and I said, how can I make her one of my customers, right? We hadn't hung out in forever, years and years. And I was like, hey, why don't we catch back up? And I did the invite button on Teamsy, and I invited her to a one-on-one on Teamsy, okay, if you guys are familiar with that. So I marked it in Teamsy. So today when I got back and I put in her order, I marked her as a customer in Teamsy. I moved her over. So I do it immediately, you guys, because I'm attacked by 3 children when I walk in the door. So literally on my phone, I do Teamsy 100% for the most part on my phone, and I find that that is easier. You can copy and paste your messages from Instagram to Instagram, Facebook, right back to Teamsy and so forth, back and forth. And if you guys have not, I'm going to give you guys some verbiage tonight, but if you guys have not been to the new Shining Star International page, all of this verbiage, because you're going to be writing like a crazy person, don't do that. All of this verbiage is on the Shining Star International page, because I did a rip rap on this as well. All right, so when I'm telling you my verbiage, don't write like a crazy person. Go copy and paste it from that new website. And if you all haven't checked out that website, you must, okay? What Teamsy has done for me, Nicole and I are both guilty of this, and this is kind of how we got started chatting a little bit about Teamsy, is her and I had both started Teamsy and stopped, and started Teamsy and stopped, and started Teamsy and stopped. But since we've been more consistent with it and really found a way to bring it into like the Juice Plus realm and not necessarily just MLM realm, I've been using it consistently for 3 months, and I just brought on my 10th representative on Monday in those 3 months. Okay, so before that, if you were to ask me last time I even brought on a rep, it would have been a while ago, okay? And it was like one here and one there, but like, so if you guys are not using Teamsy, if you are not signed up for it, sign up for it. I am telling you, in my crazy world, Teamsy is what organizes my brain enough for me to sit down during nap time while the baby is sleeping and while the girls are occupied. So I have a 3, a 4-year-old, and a baby. Okay, so if I can do it, you can do it. I promise you. And I'm a single mom half the time because of my husband being gone at the firehouse. All right. So what's your excuse? Because there shouldn't be one. Okay. So let's see here. So I'm going to give you another example of organic versus forced. Okay. So I took my kids over to the playground the other evening. I took the dog for a walk. Took the double stroller. It was hilarious. The 3 and 4-year-old sitting in the double stroller, the 4-year-old holding the baby. Yeah, hilarious. I'll show you guys a picture of that later. But anyway, we pull up to the playground and someone's pushing a baby and somebody else is pushing a 2-year-old and just started talking, right? In our neighborhood, there really isn't a whole lot of kids. And so what I did is said, hey, do you guys actually live in this neighborhood? Because there aren't a whole lot of kids in this neighborhood. Hey, we should connect, right? And of course, in the back of my mind, I'm always networking. I'm getting a new phone number to do one of my new ads in Teamsy because that thing wants me to add 3 new people each day. And that's hard for some of the stay-at-home mama, right? That's hard. So you got to get out of the house. What do they call it? Goozing? Get out of the house. Yes, goozing. You have to go do that. Okay, so I could not have set up a better prospect if I tried. I literally got mama's phone number. She said she had to dash because her husband had to head to work. She texted me real quick, and that is also a good tip. I don't carry business cards with me on purpose. What I say is, hey, I'm going to shoot you a text real quick so you have my number too. What's your number? Put it right in my phone right then and there, okay? And I shoot them a quick text, and I say their name, my name, and where we met. So I say, Lindsay, this gal's name was Nikki, playground. That's all I send to them. And then later, after I got the kids in bed, I said, hey, girl, so nice to meet you today. You said your husband had to rush off to work. What does he do? Oh, he's a personal trainer. I was like, woo, that's a win, right? He's a personal trainer. I was like, no joke, so am I. That's amazing. I was like, what is it that you do? Oh, I'm a massage therapist, and I work out of a chiropractor's office right here by the house. So this one lead turned into 3 really quickly, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I do a ton of work in the nutrition realm of my business with chiropractors, massage therapists, and other personal trainers. I would love to chat. And also, we need to get together for a play date, right? So we got together for a play date. My idea, I'm going to get a customer or a representative out of it, right? And I'm just being a mom. So we start talking on the playground. Sure enough, she has a baby that's 11 months old as well. Actually, our kids are only about 5 days apart, we found out. And she's sitting there going, I have this stupid mommy belly. What the heck? Like, you don't look like you've had kids. Like, what is this? And you have one more kid than I do. Like, what are you doing? And I said, there's this amazing program called the Shred 10. And you guys, I'm not using any verbiage that's fancy. I literally say, oh, hey, I got your number the other day, so I'm just going to send you a link. And I send them directly to theshred10.com. That's it. Easy peasy, right? So I made it her idea. It was her idea, but we're talking about things that will organically bring it up. Do you guys have questions about that at all? See how I'm making it their idea versus mine, right? Okay. And then there are more direct ways to talk to people as well. But let's see, Nicole had asked me to talk about like the business end, okay? So let's say you have a current customer and you're really, really wanting to bring them on as a representative. Or maybe you're bringing on a customer that one day you might want to bring on as a representative. So first off, this is exactly what I say. This is not in Team Shining Star International, but I'm sure we will add it here soon. It's just not something I thought about before Rip Rap. So if you do want to write this down, please do. I don't know about you guys, but I put in their full shred order, okay? We've already talked about pricing, how it's $7 a day, $3.50 per meal. They're like, great, here's my credit card. Okay, I go ahead and put their credit card number in. Everything's a done deal. As far as they know, it's in the computer, solidified. I say, thank you so much for your order. I'm gonna add you to the Shred Movement page on Facebook. Let's make sure we friend request each other. Done. And they're like, yeah, I'm so excited. And I say, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this to you. Okay, so by the way, like it's a total afterthought for me. It's totally not an afterthought. It's scripted that way, right? So thank you so much. I'm going to add you to the Shred Movement page. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. Would you be interested by chance in getting an order for free? And they're like, well, what? I just gave you my credit card. What are you talking about? Well, yeah. The answer is always yeah. Okay. No one's going to say no to, do you want free? Okay. And they say, well, how? And I say, well, you know, I got involved in the business end of things because if you get a couple people that want to do this shred with you, you could potentially get your products for free. Is that something that you'd be interested in? Do you have 2 other people in your life that could potentially want to get healthy right alongside you? Because if so, we do a call once a week. You can invite them to that call and they can hear all about it. If they can't hop on the call, send them to theshred10.com just like you did, just how you did. Okay? And if you guys are hopping on this call, I kind of asked everybody if you're able to bring on your screen and participate in this call with us tonight. There's a lot of people with just their names. I love to see faces, so it just makes it more fun for this call. So if you're able, come on screen, all right? Okay, so that's how you kind of set it in their mind. And some people are like, yeah, I'll think about it and we'll see. Oftentimes people will come back and say, you know, hey, I do have a few people in mind. How do we go about getting them signed up, right? Isn't that an amazing thing if that happens? So just go ahead and build it right into your order, right? Oh, by the way, and mention it. Because if you don't mention it, they never know there's even a business side on it, all right? Here's some other verbiage for you. So for current customers, this is how I brought on, I would say 5 of the 9 representatives that I have brought on recently, okay? So, and this is shortly after conference, but then corporate flew the NMDs out again to Dallas. So this text continued to work, and of course you'll have to tweak it. But what I sent to current customers was, I'll copy and paste this in the comments, you guys, okay? Because this one is not on Team Shining Stars either. But I just wanted to reach out because we just got back from this amazing nutrition conference, and I said in Sacramento, or I would say in Dallas. And I know you had said that you'd be open possibly to joining me in the future as far as being open to the business opportunity. And I figured now might be a good time to ask if you were ready to take a look. Okay? So that is what we call an assumptive close. All right? I'm assuming that they're interested. Okay? Because of our previous conversation when I said, hey, do you want to get your product for free? Most of the time they say, I might be open in the future, or I'll keep an eye out, or yeah, I might have a few people, right? So I'm just circling back to that conversation of, hey, I'm asking again because I'm circling back. All right, does that make sense? I'll read it once more to you, and I will post it here in the chat, okay? I just wanted to reach out because we just got back from this amazing nutrition conference. You could say an amazing event. You could say, right, it doesn't have to be conference. I got back from this amazing event. And I know you had said that you may be open to possibly joining me in the future as far as being open to the business opportunity. And I figured now might be as good a time as ever to ask if you might be ready to take a look. Okay, so I'll copy and paste that in here. That's a different verbiage. But we're going to talk about this verbiage next. All right. So here's another verbiage. This one is on Team Shining Star. That's just the one that I had loaded and ready for you guys. I'll get this one loaded as well in a second here. How do you invite to the shred, you guys, right? We have one coming up here. This is the best time of the month to recruit for the shreds. How do you recruit for that, right? If Team Z is making you do 10 connects a day or 20 connects a day, whatever you have your number set out, there is no way you can send this message out and not get customers. There's just no way. So what it says is, hello there. I just wanted to touch base because we have another healthy eating challenge kicking off coming up here soon. And I was curious if you might want to join us this go around. Your energy would be such an asset in our group, and I just know that you would love it. Assumptive close. I just know you would, right? So you're putting the idea, you're seeding the idea in their head, okay? There's a psychological component to that, seriously, right? Just know you would love it. I'm thinking, oh, I would love it, right, when I read that. Are you up for a little accountability? Okay, so first off, this doesn't sound salesy. This is very much a compliment to your prospect, okay? So if you sent this out 10 times, in fact, that's your homework. Nicole said I was allowed to give you all homework, okay? Send this out 10 times and tell me if you don't get any response, I will be shocked. Who's up for doing this 10 times? Getting a few more customers this go around. If you're a sales coordinator or higher, you guys, this texting it 10 times, even if you get one order, could make you $200. $200 for 10 text messages. Does anybody not want to do that? Who doesn't want to make $200 tonight? Okay, nobody's saying no, so I'm assuming y'all are down for that, okay? Okay, and again, this verbiage right here is on Team Shining Star. It's a PDF of all of my verbiage that I use. But do you guys see a difference between my idea versus their idea? Pushy versus, organically sprouting versus forced. And it just makes this business feel a whole lot better, all right? So we only have a few more minutes here, and what I would love, bring on the 200, I love it. I would love to open it up for questions, you guys. If you guys have any questions, and I'm gonna hunt down this verbiage while you guys ask any questions or whatever.
Hey, Lindsay, I have a question.
What's up, girl?
Hi. So I have this, not dilemma, but I like to jump into bed with people right away. Just on TV, I mean, not like in person and stuff. But, you know, because exactly like you said, my intention to chat with people is either to find out about their health and if they're interested in looking at what I can offer them, or about the business, you know, if there's something that I can help them with creating a side income stream. So that's how I usually go about it. And a lot of other people will say, why don't you just build a relationship first and then jump into it? So I don't know what your, you know, I know there's not a wrong or right way about it, but I usually choose option one and then I build a relationship after, right? So I don't know what your input is on that, because I know we'd love to probably hear that.
Oh, and that's a great question. I don't have time to build a relationship for months. I don't.
Okay.
This is a great example of what I already used previously, right? Sorry, I'm trying to grab this verbiage for you guys. Okay, I think I got it. 1 second. I'm like the queen of multitasking, but hold on, I wasn't even on this screen. Paste.
That's all good.
So you guys have that. Okay. So the example of the gal on the playground. Okay, I met her one time. I set one meeting, and there's an intention behind that meeting. Well, first off, so I've sent her the information about the shred, right? I am following up with her tomorrow. So that's jumping straight in, and I'm more direct. I'm more direct about it. So I purposely bring it up in conversation so that it is something we can talk about. Right? I could have set up 5 or 6 play dates and really got to know her and her cat and her bird and, you know, if her mom's in town or not. Like, none of that makes any difference. And as we continue to hang out, it will build. But yeah, I went into that with the intention of business or customer or whatever, because that is my bread and butter right now, you know? So like I said, I train 4 hours a week. That is not my income at the moment. Juice Plus is, right? And so if you're going to rely on that for an income for your family, you have to treat it like a business. So I go into it treating it like a business, and you can be direct without being like weird about it, right? Most people feel like if they hop right in and ask a question about it or throw it out there, when you throw it out there, they can do whatever they want with it, right? So, but then she started asking again, like, well, how is your stomach so flat? Well, I specialize in post-pregnancy and tightening the stomach muscles. I specialized in that before I even could use it on myself, you guys. I was a personal trainer in Utah, and lots of people having babies out there in Utah. I was in a little Mormon town in Utah. Okay, so that was my specialty straight, like while I was still in college, was pregnancy. Okay, so I got a client for personal training as well. So it was just like a fluke thing that happened, but you never know when you grab somebody's phone number what it's going to turn into.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. What other questions you guys got for me? We have about 3 minutes on my clock. Nobody? Nobody wants to know how to bring on 9 representatives in 3 months? Nobody? Melissa?
Yeah, I do. I do want to know how you did that, because I am not having the same experience, and maybe I'm just not reaching up to I'm not working the numbers as well. And maybe I'm not being as direct. Listening to you, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I need to be more direct, because now I'm finding it weird that I'm hanging out with these people but not bringing it up, and they're like, when I bring it up,
it's this weird zone. It's like you get put in the friend zone. You're no longer dating, right? Like, it's like, are we friends or are we dating, right? Like that friend zone, you don't want to get into that zone. So when you are more direct, you're going to see more action happen, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys look at those scripts that Mitra uploaded to the Shining Star International website, every single one of them ends in a question. When you ask somebody a question, they're going to respond. Mm-hmm. If I go, well, what's your name? You're not just going to not answer me back, right? So when I say, hey, no clue if you're interested, but I'm in charge of a healthy eating challenge with people around the world. I'm looking for people to participate. Might you be interested? Like, is anybody going to be like, oh my gosh, she's selling to me? Probably not. And you can do that over voice, you can do that over video, you can do it over text. People feel your energy. So they probably feel, if you're feeling weird about it, so are they, because they're like, what is this? Like, she just friended me, but like, why?
Yeah.
And you guys, you know, what you have to get in the headspace of is, if you're not sharing this, you're being selfish. This is gold sitting in our pockets. And it's our job to share it, because what if somebody wouldn't have shared it with you? Where would you be today? Would you be somewhere else financially? Would you be somewhere else in your career? Would you be doing other things? I can tell you I would be. I wouldn't be a full-time stay-at-home mama. There's no way I would be paying somebody else to take care of my children instead of me. I don't want other people to raise my kids, right? And most other moms out there don't want to either. Although this mama does like paying for a nanny every once in a while. Okay? And I use my Juice Plus money to do that too. So I can go get my nails done or something, or have a breather, right? Because that makes us better moms too, better parents. So yes, more direct will create more action. Try it. Use one of these scripts, send it out 10 times tonight. You guys, it won't even take you 10 minutes. It just won't. 10 minutes. Like I said, if you're sales coordinator or higher, that's $200. Even if you're just starting, it's $119, you guys, for a shred order. That's crazy money. That's gangster money. All right, you guys, we're on the nose. Any final questions? All right, Sarah, I'm giving it back to you, sister.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, once I started being more direct, it definitely got people through the funnel, and it stopped that weirdness, because Melissa, I definitely was feeling that too for a while. So And like Lindsay said, we know that this product and this business has changed our lives. And we're definitely selfish by not sharing it. So I love that ending to it. If anyone doesn't have anything else, I'm just going to say thanks, guys. And thank you so much, Lindsay, for coming on tonight and corralling your kids with some cartoons. And we really appreciate it.
Sure.
Everyone have a great night. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.